machine guns.
Because they're bent in half. Or no, they go through the big split.
Browning machine gun.
What caliber is that?
30 and 50. Look at the size of them bullets.
50 cal.
You get hit with one of those bullets.
You think something like that.
Yeah. The idea is to knock down the plane, but you know it's going to go through the glass.
Shrapnel everywhere.
Yeah. Baseball champions, 1933. Baseball uniform, glove and cleats worn and used by Jennings Williams, used during the Navy Team Championship. Navy boxing team, baseball cleats. Cool, got some things here for when Jack Kennedy was on this ship in 1944. I believe that's when he was killed. Norma Jean is on here, better known as Marilyn Monroe. 18-year-old Norma Jean, married woman by the name of Norma Jean Doherty, took a job on the radio plane factory. Denny Popular, I don't know if she's in here or not, but actually I think she looks better back then. There's Ronald Reagan, he was captain. Original Denny Elliott Roosevelt. This is a memorial to those who served and died on here. On the Lexington Peacoat Memorial, which is the chair and the coat on the chair, serves as a memorial to those who lived and died on the ship, mainly those who perished. Those are the people that served on here during World War II. That's quite a lot of people. Air Group 9, Air Group 94, Air Group 20, Air Group 19, 16, so on and so on. And there's Niall Clark Kinnick, who died in a training mission in 1943. He was a Heisman Trophy winner in 1939, played college football. He was also a naval pilot who served on the ship. His grandfather was a governor, which is cool. It says, no cross marks the grave where we now lie. What happens is known but to us. You ask, and we gave our lives to protect our land from the world's greatest curse. Your ships now proudly ride the sea. 'Tis your tribute to our endeavor. We ask no day of the year to mourn us. We ask just to remember. No Flanders field where poppies blow. No gleaming crosses row on row. No unnamed tomb for all to see. Pause and wonder who might be. 'Tis the grave of our choice, where we now lie. The view we mortals passing by, streaming busily on the charging waves. Go quietly now, your our graves. Remember, remember those who rest in watery graves. And then you got this.
This memorial has been placed here aboard USS Lexington, CV-16, to pay respect to those who gave their lives for our country. Our thoughts are for those who are buried in oceans around the world. The peacoat and chair are a tribute to the families who lost loved ones at sea during war and in peacetime. This memorial was financed and constructed through a joint effort between members of the Blue Ghost Association and USS Lexington Museum on the base staff. A special thanks to Joe Zikowicz and Paul D'Agostino, who served aboard Lexington as original crew members, without whom this memorial would still be a dream. That is all.
And by the way, they call it the Blue Ghost because the Japanese thought they sunk it 3 times, I believe. And turns out it kept coming back, and that's why they call it the Blue Ghost, because it kept coming back after they thought it was gone. This is cool. It's the replica of the South Dakota. It's actual. Somebody made this. It's model. It's marker. Model of South Dakota is built by Michael Lee Price, and is the culmination of 10 years of dedication. Term conceptual used to indicate that Mike was constructing the model. He was presented with many specifications changes that appear on the set of plans to another. He passed away in 1998, born 1954. Battleship X. That is awesome. I'd like to have one of those in my living room. And to think this is what it looked like it was being fired. And it's got little models of people on it. There's something else. Can you imagine standing on one of those guns when it was being fired? I'm sure they weren't, but the sound of it was just incredible. I'm sure it's decommissioned by now, but how awesome is that? One of the bunks that, how small they are, that I guess the officers and the pilots slept in, are not big at all. Amazing is that. This stateroom has been recreated to look like those used in 1943. Wow. Something else. This is the room where they make knots, I guess. Here's another one. I don't think a guy that tall could be on a plane, but I could be wrong. There's no way out of there. I guess they sealed off the doors so you can never get in. How did they get in to change light bulbs? Okay, I see the door. It's over there next to them. And they made this out of nuts, which is cool. And there's some ropes. Guess that's the engine room. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Original newspaper. How small that little Bible is. People that were in Pearl Harbor when it was attacked. All the names of the people that died on the USS Arizona. There were over 1,000 people that were killed on the USS Arizona. There were 1,000 people. Can you imagine being on the ship during that speech? I'm sure they were probably playing it over the loudspeaker.
I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. In addition, American ships have been reported torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu.
Big hose. There's the anchor right there. USS Arizona. Let's look at the USS Arizona was sunk. These are the bunks where people slept on. I don't know what they had in here. Doesn't say. Well, we had the device for emergency escape use only. The bunk's got a hole in it. It's weird. What that happened there, but yeah, that's kind of neat. Lockers. Imagine the people that use these lockers. Man. All the bunks. Awfully small. We fit a lot of people on here. But I can't imagine laying on here if I was being 6 foot tall. I guess you could get on there. Junior officer washroom. Lobby. Air coming over there. Up on the flight deck of USS Lexington. Actually used, this is the ship they used in Pearl Harbor in the movie. I believe the mistake is, you can see in the movie, you'll see CV-16 on the side, which wasn't the Hornet's number, but inside here is where the guns are. Inside. Imagine you could jog on this ship every morning. Let's go look inside this monstrosity. This properties. Well, imagine working in this thing. I'm sure it was really, really loud, but I'm also sure they probably had headphones on or something. Cut out the noise. Oh, they got a TV of them talking about the guns right there. Sound is turned down, so you can't hear it. I used to have a model when I was a kid. There was a horse here. I like those F-35s now. It's amazing. Well, it's dark in here. I can't tell what's in here. I'm afraid to step because I don't know what's in here. Yeah, I can't see. Find a flashlight. Oh, actually I do. Hold on one second. See? There's a whole freaking room in here. Oh, it goes in way back there too. And back here. Yeah, I'm not going in there. You kids! Let's look at this. Flash it through here? Oh, it's the same thing, I think. We are up in the bridge and had to climb a long set of stairs to get up here. There's a lot to look at up here. Wow, this floor's got a hole in it. It's kind of sad. I guess this is where the captains sleep. He's got the good bed. That's cool. I'm sure that drawing near the end of 1991 when it was decommissioned, this captain probably thought, man, it's so cheap around here. I'll be glad when this place is done. So, but what a history, huh? What a history this ship has. Can you imagine the things you see out this window back in the day? And the people that actually sat in this chair. You know, the last time I was here, they didn't have this glassed off, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, they upgraded
This right here wasn't glassed off. So it was probably Lady X was originally conceived by well-known military artist Hank Russo. Among the most noble and distinctive images in aviation art today, Train as both an artist and an engineer. Currently, Caruso resides in South Maryland. United States Navy designated an honorary naval aviator. The mule was painted here by former crew members of the Lexington. That's awesome. And they closed off the magazines too, I guess. I guess these been here since since 1977 on that one magazine. I don't think that's 1977. Very cool. It's an actual barber shop. Yeah. Sit in the chair and cut your hair. That's all they did was just cut hair. Must be a heck of a job. That's awesome. Tool shop. Brass shop. It's a brass shop. All these little planes that were probably reside on here. Well, not all of them because there's German planes. World War II. Aircraft shrapnel. Deeply regrets to inform you that your son, Francis Xavier McKay, seaman first class of the United States Navy, was killed in action while in the service of his country. Just imagine getting one of those. Getting one of those. Must have been horrible. Talk about narrow. Try getting in there. It's very small. This is pretty much. Oh wow, they got the Navy clothes. I don't think that white guard is new or is that old. Plastic cap from back then. I don't think so. And yeah, look at this shirt here. That's not a. This has to be recent, probably in the 1980s, because Aristotle. Come on. This is probably the women's bunk. Rich. Man, those cans of food, they've probably been here since then. Big old canned nacho cheese.
You guys aren't making eye contact.
You guys are cooks. I know. You guys are cooks. Take all you want, but eat all you take.
Hey, size pie.
Yeah, don't throw in. Those are actual gumdrops from 2000. It looks like real salad though. Yeah, you get. This is where you peel the potatoes if you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Sure, there were a lot of potato peelers back then. Ship's laundry. Down in there. I'd like to go down in there just to check it out. See what's down there. Yeah, this is the mess hall. Actual pictures of them recently and back then. I like that. It's kind of cool, the changes over the years of them. The people, the crew members that have been on here.
Whether it's potatoes, pasta, or poultry.
They actually have the Texas Navy here. I guess history, I don't think chicks were actually on the ships back then, but you never know. 1836, 1846. And they got, shows history of the Texas Navy. I might open that door over there. Okay. This is somebody that works here. And their little girl.
I wonder where that goes to.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Imagine the sound of that thing closing. Let's open it up and find out.
You got the boat cutter still?
Very cool. Very, very cool. You know, all these planes and ships, and
USS Houston.
there's a Lexington back in the day, known to Tokyo roads as the Blue Ghost. USS Fletcher, the Lexington. I guess that's the first or the second Lexington, and this is the first one.
CV-16 or something.
This is 1942 CB2, so that must have been when it was redone. New Jersey, Missouri, the Harry S. Truman, which is still around. The USS Hornet, which is still around. I think it was remade though. Very cool. And all these planes do not touch glass. Okay. I said do not touch glass. Okay. Some of these are German. Juno. USS Houston. Lost in action in 1942. It was sunk.
Deadly destruction. Red Castle.
I didn't know they had a ship called the Houston.
Desert Fighter in North Africa.
Side of that Air Force jet. Ficon. Drones. Tahoka. These are all the Japanese planes. Or are they today?
These are drones.
San Juan. USS Oklahoma City. USS Baltimore.
James Cover.
I knew all these ships. San Diego. Mogadishu, so that's recent. Wow, this is cool. This submarine.
Damn. Japanese shooting guided torpedo.
And planes. And stuff.
USS Taiwan.
Museum of the Bay. USS Bunker Hill. Still around. 1986 to present. Higgins boat. Ingersoll. Zumwalt. Well, that's still around. You know that. You can tell. (2015). This is the U-boat in the Mediterranean Sea. German U-boat, I guess. These are very, very cool how they painted them and everything. Lexington. 1944 off Luzon in the Philippines. Lady Lex was struck by a Japanese Zeke kamikaze suicide plane, crashing into the ship's island, and on the starboard side the island structure was wrecked. Numerous ship guns were put out of action. 47 officers and men were killed. 127 more were injured, many seriously as a result of this action. Remained on patrol until November 7th before retiring to UFLI for repairs. Above and beyond. It's pretty amazing. In remembrance of those killed in action. People killed in action on the ship and wounded. 1944. Lieutenant Parker, Lieutenant Smith, Ensign Gilchrist, Ensign Doyle, Ensign Jackson, Lieutenant Melville, Tommy Samples, Cornelius Soper, Wendell Moffett, Marcus Spann, Stickney Jr., James Lockhart, Kinsey Patterson, Francis Foster, William Horrigan, Otto Carter, Gerald Barbier, Gerald Byrd, Ward Seymour, Donald Mitchell, Theodore Long, Charlie Holt, Truman Stewart, Charles Taylor, John Washkoon, William Klingerman, Richard Cook, Richard Crowell, John Cohen, Ronald D. Massey, Real Du Bois, Eugene Gilbert, Richard Kluver, Robert Maggie, Francis McCabe, William Miller, William Mitchell, John Nesbitt, Leonard Smigilski, Fred Burkhart, John Liberal, W.J. Kowalski, one identified, second identified, third identified. How can they not identify him? Lieutenant Colonel, Lieutenant Commander Lane Coss, Lieutenant John Clifford, Lieutenant Charles Fisher, Harold Anderson, and William Beaton.